Okay, example number 2, the big Moses statue, a lot bigger than the ATV Travis just showed you. So I have more markers too on the surface. And here is something I would like to demonstrate is you don't have to load the markers all around full of the surface of the object. Just like the ordinary scanners, you are loading the markers evenly to help the scanner for the tracking. But Trackit is an optical tracking scanner, so it does not require these markers for tracking. Instead, these big markers are only for the tracker itself. For the multi-positional scanning, it's from station 1 to 2 to 3, so that the coordinates are saved with the object. That's why we have these markers only partially spreading out on the surface, like you cannot see in the back right now. So it's only in the arm and back area, only a cluster of markers spreading out on the surface. And again, at least 5 markers. 5 markers, not in total, 5 markers in all times. During mid-scan, it requires 5 markers. During your transitioning from different positioning, it also requires 5 markers in all time in every frame. So keep that in mind. That's why I put it like this way. You will see soon. Okay, let's start a new global marker registration. Here I hit start. As you can see, 7 at the front. Now I move. Okay, keep going. Keep going. And when you are moving it, better not to cover the markers with your hand. If you cover 1 or 2, it's not the end of the world, but better not to cover a lot with your body or with your hands. Okay, we're back to the front, and in total we have 26 markers. Let me hit complete so we can start scanning. And another thing is, now you see I'm still moving the Moses statue instead of moving the tracker around it. That's because I have these wheels under Moses. It's an easier way, an easier option for me to move the object instead of the tracker. So imagine if I don't have these wheels under this, it will be much easier for me to move the tracker around, right? So that's number 1. And number 2, because I have quite a big room, I could move the tracker around it. So if you have a narrow room and you still don't have the wheels under it, maybe the only option is you have to move Moses around with force in a small room. So these are the strategies we've been talking about, okay? So enough of that. Now let me show you scanning, which is simple, just like what Travis just did. And oh, by the way, here is the function. By default, it's something between like this: target point distance, crossline large, and general. So now, if you click this large, you enable this, it automatically let your target point be fixed at 3 millimeters. And also it maxed out your scanning distance to make sure you can scan large things fast. And here we go. Oh, by the way, on Tracker, if you press M button, you can see a menu is called out. And if you do this, choose this, it will let you to zoom in and zoom out with different level compared to this toggle full screen. So, which means with Trackit, it makes much more sense to let you choose a different level of zoom in and zooming out. For example, now I'm at the details, so I just zoom in a lot to see the beard. Have I got the beard right? Do I have any holes when I'm dealing with the beard? Also the arm And when I'm reaching the plane area, I can just zoom out and see the big picture. Okay, and another thing is when you're scanning a large item, you probably don't have a table for your PC and everything else. I highly recommend you to get a small desk for you to keep a better maneuvering one so that you can move your computer and stuff very easily. Okay, so now almost finished on this side. I simply just turn it to a different position and keep going. And as you can see, as long as these markers are still inside of the tracker, we have no problem moving the object. And if you feel your tracker is positioned at the wrong direction, you can actually also move it. Again, as long as all these, at least 5 of the markers are still inside, you can move the tracker, move the object freely as you want. I don't know how many positions. I would go probably 4. But the goal is completely and fully scan the statue. Okay, done. 4 stations in total. Okay, looking good, right? So that's how you scan the big Moses with Trackit. Again, the markers. You don't need to put markers loaded all up evenly on the surface like normal marker scanning mode. Instead, you'll find a best area only partially and load the markers for the Trackit. And at least 5 markers at all times. So in this case, Moses, 4 sides, 26 markers in total. A little bit more than necessary, but a little bit more is better than a little bit less. And the environment, the preparation, if you have a room big enough for you to move tracker around, then good, you can do that. Or if you have wheels under a big and heavy object for you to easily maneuver it, then good, you can choose to maneuver the object instead of the tracker. And if you have neither, well, maybe it's time for some creative thinking. And if you notice that on the software page, after we finish a scan, the cloud scan, it has next stop, and we have never used that yet. Why is that? That's because we registered all markers in the first stop. That means we only have one stop. We don't have to click it for the next stop. When to use that? Keep watching.